What an unbelievably big piece of shit. I was going to make a 1-minute review, but I have too much to say about this piece of garbage movie. Don't ever waste your time watching this. It's unwatchable. Even if you know a little bit of the history of Al Capone. They go like so far on the other end, and of course it's a movie, you have to suspend disbelief, but when you start off the movie saying facts, like if this is a docu-series, right? He relocated to Florida, he did this, he served prison, blah blah blah, and then you have such insane things that never ever happened, ever. Someone was writing this and said, hey, we gotta show, first of all, let's go back. Who the F wanted to make a movie of this? Who asked for it? Who wanted to see something like this? It makes no sense. Nobody was clamoring and saying, we want to see Al Capone movie when he's old and living in Florida retired. Who the F thought of making something stupid like that? Nobody wants to see that. And these idiots, everybody involved in this movie, decided to do it, right? They got Al dressed up. There's a lot of spoilers, and I don't care because the movie's a piece of shit. Don't ever watch it. Al in the movie dresses up as a woman as a disguise to go fishing. He would never do that. That's BS. Number one. Number two, he stops smoking and instead sucks on a carrot. I'm not making this up, guys. This is in the movie. And of course that never fucking happened. And it's like the writer said, hey, so Al Capone's old as fuck, right? So number one, we gotta have him pissing his pants to show that he can't control his bladder, right? Oh, hey, since we have that in there, why don't we just have him shitting in the bed? Let's throw that in there too. That's a good idea. There's scenes where he pissed himself and shit himself. And hey, how about this? Him throwing up too. Yes, and hey, how about we throw in him imagining things? And in movies, we have flashback scenes, and we have scenes of, especially like mob guys, thinking of their future, thinking of their riches, and imagining things like that, right? This movie has one of the longest ass scenes like that makes absolutely no sense, and it's literally him just walking around like not knowing of what's going on. And he's going down a hallway, up a stair, down a stair, and then he goes into a huge ballroom. Everybody's clapping at him, and he's like, and he doesn't know what's going on. And I'm like, what the hell was the point of that scene? To show that he's insane? You guys already established that. And there's so many of those scenes of him imagining things. Oh, and talking to himself, of course. Seeing people that don't exist, talking to them. So, the movie is a piece of crap. The movie, honestly, it has nothing to do with Al Capone. Nothing. If they were trying to make everything real, like in the beginning, right? The movie number one is called Capone. And in the beginning, like I said, they have descriptions of setting the story up, but then they do whatever the F they want. And this is probably the biggest atrocity of everything. Al Capone starts shooting people with a gold Tommy gun in Florida. And I'm like, first of all, they did not set this up as being one of his imaginations, right? And that's because in this movie, he did that in real life. He just walked up, grabbed his gun, shot a guy, killed the guy, came up to a bunch of random people, and killed all of them, right? Or no, killed, I think, 2 of them. And then in the next scene, I was like, okay, so what the fuck? Is he going to wake up now or what? No. And the next scene, you see people in wheelchairs with their bandages injured. And everyone was like, oh, it's just Al Capone being Al Capone. He's crazy. He killed a couple people and he shot me. But, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. One of the worst movies I've ever seen, guys. I only watched it because I wanted to do this review, and so other people won't have to watch this piece of crap, but it's unwatchable. It is literally unwatchable. I had to pause it and regroup and get up, grab some water, and because I couldn't believe what the hell was going on. The movie is honestly very boring too. There's so many scenes that establish again and again and again that he's crazy and he sees things. He sees a little boy walking with the balloon, and then that happens again and again and again. Oh, and by the way, and of course, number 15, whatever, Tom Hardy has a horrible American accent. Everybody already knows this. He's never ever done a good American accent ever. And every single damn accent that he does is a guy that has a weird ass accent to begin with. When he was in Venom, he played a Boston guy with that accent. And then he was in Lawless, he played a southern accent guy that was atrocious. And in this one, there's a line in the movie where a guy says to Al Capone, and I was like, yup. He says, "You alright, Fonz? You sound like a dying horse." Horrible accent. Of course, horrible accent. Number 2000. Why couldn't they get an Italian well-known actor to play Al Capone instead of this British guy, Tom Hardy? I don't understand that. Because of his name? Yeah, he has got a name, and they can make a movie around him, but get somebody more authentic. His accents always suck. And by the way, Tom Hardy was in one of my favorite movies ever, Bronson. He killed it in that movie. Killed it. Great movie. But anyway, this movie, piece of garbage. Don't ever watch it. I hate the movie. Makes no sense. They did whatever they wanted. If you're gonna make a fake ass movie, just make everything fake, of a fake mobster, but don't use a real guy and don't make shit up. It makes no sense. And especially don't start off the movie being like, we're gonna do this authentic style like you see in the documentaries. This took place between this and this. It's a big ass mess. Big mess. I want to write everybody involved in this movie and say, what were you morons thinking? That's all I gotta say. I'm pissed at this movie.